Some herbivores are almost completely defenseless, or not as popular as the one and only, the largest of its species, the largest of the ceratopsian family. We have the one, the only, Triceratops. Living what is now modern-day North America, it is simply quite an iconic creature. It adorns 3 horns, 1 on its nose and 2 on its left and right side of its face, and of course a giant frill to protect its neck from certain carnivore attacks, and as display. Currently discovered as of the latest reports, there are only 2 different colors of this magnificent ceratopsian on this island. There is the brown ones and green ones with brown stripes. However, during its time on this earth, Triceratops had one dangerous predator, and that was Tyrannosaurus Rex, a formidable killer that easily killed Triceratops. However, unlike most herbivores, Triceratops is actually not afraid to actually kill Tyrannosaurus Rex. And that's exactly why this young male is challenging this bull T-Rex to a joust. Each is aware of how much damage the other can deal. Because of this, each one of them could die in this fight. With a head that weighs over 1,000 pounds, Triceratops can easily shatter a T-Rex's fibula or pierce their heart with those very sharp horns. However, with a bite of over 6 tons, the T-Rex can easily crush a Triceratops' fibula. That is exactly why these 2 creatures are evenly matched, and they choose not to fight. T-Rex are not just mindless killers, and Triceratopses are not just mindless fighters, and so they pick the smart route and not fight, since they know one or the other is easily going to kill the other in this battle. And it'll make it better if the other just backs down, and so the T-Rex does, empty-handed. As for the male, he goes back to feasting on lush green ferns. However, during mating season, every year during this season, the males engage in a fight, where the other will lose and the other will win. When the females arrive, the male will be the winner, and will claim his herd. And that's why these males are going to joust to see who will win the title of being a leader. Like their smaller cousins, Triceratops also jousted for mating rights, and that's exactly why these 2 males are going to do it now. When Triceratops charge, they start patting the ground, and they start digging the ground like this, and making grunting and noises out of their nose. And maybe give out a few roars or 2. They also sway their heads back and forth to let their opponents know that they are one dangerous foe and trying to intimidate them. As for the green one, he is not impressed, and he still charges. Right now the Triceratopses are locked horns. Each has to be very careful, as they could get stabbed by the horns, and potentially could kill each other in this fight. The brown one has won. The green one goes to leave. as the brown one waits for the females to arrive. The male sees two females approaching. You see, males, they rule over a herd of at least 30 or maybe even 40 females, just like modern-day cattle do. Because of this, the females must size up this male in order to determine if he is a worthy leader, or is he just another omega. Unfortunately, the females notice a critical error in this male's looks, and that is the lack of wear and tear on his horns. That means this male is inexperienced and too young for them, and that is why these females choose to abandon him. Better luck next time. The females did notice one thing about the green one, is that his horns are actually very damaged, and females love battle-damaged males, because like I've said, that shows that they are experienced and they are capable of defeating any foe. So despite this male losing, he did not lose love and his experience. When a female is nurturing her eggs, she will protect them with her life. However, sadly, that means the whole herd is nest-bound until the eggs hatch. And that is why the herd must pick a safe location for the eggs to be laid at. And of course, for the sake of their herd. That's exactly why female Triceratopses only have eggs during the summers, since it's warm enough and not cold. And because of this, the females don't have to worry about warmth, and the herd doesn't have to worry about getting froze to death in harsh cold winters. However, if there's any babies in the herd, called calves, baby Triceratopses will be protected by both males and females alike, related or not. Regardlessly, babies are the utmost importance in the herd of a Triceratops, born or not born yet. However, sadly, if one of those calves so happened to be male, as soon as they turn the right old age, as soon as they turn adulthoods, the alpha male will kick his own sons out of the herd to ensure that nobody threatens his dominance. So as soon as these kids grow up, they're going to have to leave this herd since all three of them are male, and their father has to make sure his kids grow up. That way one day they'll have to learn that they have to fight to get a herd. And before this episode ends, we've noticed one key trait about Triceratopses in their relationship with birds. We've noticed that birds will occasionally land on a Triceratops, just like modern-day rhinos and other creatures. Birds are good cleaners. They can actually clean the parasites and their nasty bacteria off a Triceratops's hardened skin, allowing them to relieve them from itchiness. And of course, just like rhinos, they keep a good lookout for the Triceratops. Whenever they spot a predator, they would give a big shriek, and then it will let the predators know that they've been spotted. But it also lets the Triceratopses know that there is a predator nearby. And with that, that is why the Triceratops is by far the most famous, and up there with the most famous and yet most remarkable creatures ever found on this island.